What's up, friends, and welcome into Fantasy Pros. This is the Q&A live stream. We are sponsored by DraftKings for this episode. I got Andrew Erickson in the house. I'm Chris Welsh, and we got all of you. We got lots of questions to answer, hopefully, because this is probably your big, bad, crazy fantasy football draft weekend, and we want to answer, get to as much as we possibly can. So get in the chat. Start rolling. We are going to start starring questions, and that is all we're going to do for the next 60 minutes. It's going to be crazy. If you want to guarantee that you are locked in to get your question answered, we've got super chats active. You guys can lock those in, depending how it goes. At this moment, we're guaranteeing if you do it in the first 20 minutes of the show, but if they're not crazy, we might be able to keep going. But if you want to guarantee, if you want a front of the line pass, and you want to make sure that your questions get answered, drop a super chat in. We'll put it on, and we will start getting going. Andrew Erickson, what's up, brother? We just did our Discord show the other day, and I thought I wasn't going to see you for a week, and then look at us. We're back together again.
Back again, the dynamic duo, peanut butter and jelly. Which one's peanut butter? I'm peanut butter. I got to be the peanut butter.
Are you peanut butter? Okay, I thought you might be a little jelly. I'm fine with jelly.
Oh, dude. But dynamic duo, back again. And I was telling Seth behind the scenes, I'm doing my best Matthew Stafford impression today because hurt my back, dude.
Hurt your back?
Yes.
How old are you? What are you, 22? What are you talking about?
I'm 31, but hey, sometimes you go to the gym and you feel like you're feeling it. You're in the vibes, like the music's pumping, and you feel like you can lift more than you actually can. And then your body says, oh, no, that's not going to happen. So battling through the pain, but I'm here. We're live because, again, it's a big draft weekend. So luckily, I don't need that much back strength to sit at my computer and write and talk about fantasy football. So I think I'll be okay, Chris.
Well, we had big trade that went down. We can talk about the repercussions of that. And by the way, shout out to our boy Callie. We got Seth and Callie on the ones and twos back here. But the new music for the Open sounded all but more sexy as I've got my Sonos headphones on today. And these guys are rolling out some new music on the live streams, which I completely love. I thought it set up vibes even better, and it sounded even better on these Sonos headphones. So I'm headphoned up. I'm vibed up. Let's start getting to it. We got Seth rocking everything here, so be nice to Seth out there. He'll be picking those questions, and you want the guarantees, you super chat it, and we're going to get to it. And guess what? Pedro's already done so. So Pedro, you get a front of the line pass, kicking off the live stream, answering all your fantasy football questions for this week. 10-team PPR Dynasty League. I've got Hurts, Bijan, AJ. Who should I get at third and fifth round, RB or wide receiver? There's potentially, I don't even know. Maybe that's supposed to be Humped, Chuba, Cook, Hend, Kittle, Evans. What? I think you could put all the names out there. Don't worry about the size of it. Hopped, Chuba, Cook, Hend, and Kittle, Evans, Lod, Marv. How are you deciphering this bad boy? So wait, he's keeping Hurts, Bijan, AJ Brown. I get at third and fifth round. Who should I get at third and fifth round? Those are some of the potential names. So I guess pick out a few of those. Sorry, a little deciphering.
I would say the rookie running backs. I think in the dynasty format, those are the best guys to invest in. So Hampton and then Henderson.
But he's already got Bijan also.
Don't care.
Okay, just making sure.
Dynasty league, your rush is going to change so much, and I think that we get caught up sometimes drafting for need when we see it from the real NFL. We ridicule teams that draft for need because your needs can change, just like teams with injuries. So I think that just drafting the rookie running backs makes the most sense. Where Hubbard and Cook, again, Cook signed the extension, but is he a bell cow? Is he not? Remains to be seen. And then Kittle, Evans, Ladd, Marvin Harrison. Again, I want the younger guys. Give me Ladd. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr., even though he came off a disappointing rookie campaign. I will take the youth with the upside.
Oh, so you did say Mark. I must have completely misheard that. I thought you had said rookie running backs, and I was like, are you not keeping Ladd or Marvin in that situation? Like, my order to that is Ladd, Marvin, Hampton. Oh, and then there's Henderson in there. Probably Hampton and then Henderson. Maybe Marvin. You know what? Marvin's going to go to the bottom of that. So that's my order. Ladd, Hampton, Henderson, Marvin. That's my top four.
Okay.
What is yours again? You're going both the running backs and then the wideouts?
I mean, any combination of those, work the board in terms of getting those types of players. Yeah.
Okay, that's our decision for you. Obviously, you had potentials out there, so hopefully a few of those guys are out there. All right, it's okay to laugh. Thoughts on quarterback RB stacks? If you get a top five offense, Hurts and Saquon, Lamar and Henry, Allen and Cook, you get all the touchdown shares. So I guess really, is this something that you're going to put into your drafting equation of trying to rock those stacks?
I think so. I mean, I'm not over investing necessarily in stacking certain quarterbacks, running backs. Again, if I feel really good about that offense and it kind of works out that way, I feel good about it. But I wouldn't say that it's a strategy that I'm going into my drafts. Got to make sure I get that these particular stacks. I would say, I don't know, like, how do you, can you throw that question up again, Seth, actually? I kind of want to see the names.
I think I got rid of it. Yeah, it was like Hurts and AJ Brown, Lamar and Henry. Yeah, there you go. And then Allen and Cook. So I guess where I'm going with it is like, it's not a conscious decision. Like maybe if I'm DFSing it is, but in fantasy, like I think it's something where I'm like, great, I got it. But I don't think it's okay. Well, now I will take Derrick Henry. I guess you would have taken Derrick Henry first. What's a better example? I'm going to take James Cook over another player, or now I have to get Josh Allen because I took James Cook. You know what I'm saying? Like I care about more of or I got Saquon. Now I have to get Jalen Hurts, and I want Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson. It's not a conscious thing. I think it's a great space to be in, but there's other situations like Lamar, and I think Lamar actually feeds better to Zay Flowers. That's a better play for Zay Flowers, and Jalen Hurts to AJ Brown would make more sense. I guess I'm totally cool with it. I just, and I guess he's saying more, not even the stack of the players, but the stack of these great offense. You're getting all the touchdowns. It's just, I want the best players. So if it's consciously those guys, so I guess I would say no into this, because to me, this question is reading more like, I'm going out of my way to make sure I get the stacks of these teams.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And I think too, I mean, some running backs catch passes, right? So, a sweet way, like let's say you want Travion Henderson, but you don't get him because his ADP is getting more aggressive. Well, you know how you get access to some of that Travion Henderson juice? You draft Drake May, who's on the receiving end of all those touchdowns. Drake May gets points for that. So that's something else to keep in mind. But I think just going back to the point of, it's not a bad strategy just to like have good players, even if they're on the same team, if they are the best players at the time. But yeah.
Kind of the same question. Jerry asked, what are our favorite quarterback receiver stacks? I mean, again, I just kind of want to come back to saying like, I just want the best players. If I'm thinking stacks, I think Lamar and Zay, everyone is very anti Zay Flowers. I am not. So I think I really like getting Zay and getting Lamar. I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton kind of jumps out to me. It's going to be tied to probably a viable quarterback, probably like a high-end touchdown quarterback. So again, if you got Burrow or you got Higgins doing that, but again, I just don't think in like standard leagues in drafts, I'm not going out of my way to make sure I'm locking in stacks of players. Usually that is for, I think, high-end quarterbacks with higher-end wide receivers. Do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree with that. I would say just specific to full PPR, I think that you're looking more for volume passers as opposed to half PPR, where it really is more driven by touchdowns, like 3 for 60 or PPR stat lines are driven by like those high volume games. So I do think that Brock Purdy to Ricky Pearsall is pretty interesting in the full PPR, where you could see Pearsall seeing a lot of targets in that offense. They're also not super expensive when you look at where they go in drafts. So I like those players. I like the Green Bay Packers offense. I think that Jordan Love is going to throw a lot more than he did.
How do you pick the stack though? How do you pick this? Like, what wide receiver? You're just saying Matthew Golden and moving on?
You could say Matthew Golden. You could say Jaden Reed. You could say Tucker Kraft. I mean, they're all cheap. Like, all these guys are cheap. I mean, Jordan Love was putting up the same numbers Dak Prescott was 2 years ago. But all of Dak's all of his receivers are really expensive. Jordan Love's aren't expensive, just because we're not exactly sure. But if you hit on one, they're going to outproduce their ADP easily. So those are the stacks I like buying into.
The tight end ones are pretty interesting. I don't like, maybe I'm more likely to play stacking games with the tight ends too. Like Bo Nix, give me Evan Ingram. You just mentioned if you Kraft and Love, if you're, I'm not really a big Jordan Love drafter, but I see that.
I would say I like Hunter Henry and Drake May as a stack for touchdowns. Like if you're looking like who's Drake May going to throw touchdowns to this year? Is it going to be Diggs? It's probably going to be Hunter Henry.
We should go. Speaking of, Erickson and I are part of the prop show this week, this year on Betting Pros, as we were last year. I feel like we need to go look, and you and I need to be doing some like future catching together. What's the season total on Hunter Henry touchdowns? Can we find that somewhere? We can probably go do it on the Betting Pros app right now. You can go and check, because find it for me. Someone go on the Betting Pros app right now, find it for me. And if it's like anything under 7, I might sell everything.
The last time Hunter Henry played in Josh McDaniels' offense, how many touchdowns he caught?
How many?
9. And he was 3rd in the NFL in red zone targets at tight end.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. I'm all for that. Let's do that. All right, we got another we got another super chat in the house. 10 team. This is from Brandon. 10 man dynasty PPR rookie draft. This team is weak at running back. I've got 102 and 106. With the flashes that Henderson has shown, Hampton or Henderson. So has Henderson done anything enough for you to move off of Marion Hampton?
No.
That's a question. I don't think so either.
It's Hampton for me. I mean, Henderson he showed flashes at Ohio State. It's kind of like just like reassuring and reestablishing that, yes, this guy has juice, but it doesn't really change like the prospect profile of him versus Hampton, who was still a first-round pick. I think that does still matter.
I love the idea of getting Hampton here, because what you might get, dude, is Gentry's going to go first, then it's Hampton, and then it's probably let's just say it's Travion 3, or Tet. It's probably going to be Tetaroa at 3, and then Travis Hunter at 4, and then let's say maybe Travion's there, but if he goes at 5, you get RJ Harvey. Like, you're going to be able to stack up too. And if Harvey goes before that, you're getting a Hunter, a Tetaroa, or a Henderson. So I would take the risk on what that 6 looks like and just smash getting Hampton. You're going to improve your running back situation. Pretty nice. Pretty good on you. Grandel, or Grand Lake Rocks. That's what it is. Shout out to you. Thoughts on my 14-team full PPR roster drafted from the 6th spot? We got Dak and Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. I'm always a pretty big proponent. Anything over 12-team, give me a second quarterback. Like, I know people get weird about that. Anything in deeper leagues, give me a second quarterback. And I like having a little bit of an upper tier secondary guy if I don't have an elite player. So Dak and Lawrence, Bucky, Chuba, Jordan Mason, Bigsby, Charbonnet and Dobbins for 2 running backs, Lamb, Tetaroa, Judy, Mooney for 2 wide receivers. McBride is the tight end, and we've got 1 flex. I mean, clearly don't love that you went so low on the wide receivers. You don't have much depth, and I guess right now your flex is either going to be Judy or Jordan Mason at this point. You kind of sacrificed it with McBride, so I think your starters look pretty solid, but I kind of don't love the wide receiver depth of what you did. Probably in a 14 team, something I would not have wanted to do. You really went into RB depth when you're only starting 2. So that's what stand out to me, is I think you're very susceptible with your wideouts, but it's really great starters. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that the wide receiver depth is kind of that makes me a little nervous. If somebody, especially because you drafted Mooney and Mooney's injured already, like that's like, we don't know if he's even ready for week 1. So then you have 3 receivers and you're starting them every single week. And yes, you'll have some time before the buys happen. Guys are going to get hurt and you'll see guys get opportunities. But especially in a 14-team league, I can't imagine that it's just tougher to find wide receivers on the waiver wire. Like, that's the thing. I think that maybe I would have reversed course a little bit. Instead of adding maybe Dobbins, I would maybe go with a wide receiver there, because when you talk about the running backs, Dobbins is a early season bet, because we know that he is more likely to break down towards the second half of the season and kind of be irrelevant. But you don't really need that early season production for him, because you have Bucky Irving, you have Chuba Hubbard that can fill in those gaps, and you have Mason, Bigsby, and Charbonnet obviously is like a handcuff that could be a top 5 running back or top 10 running back if Kenneth Walker misses any time. So I think that's the only thing I would probably change. Fine with the quarterbacks. Obviously, again, if you only drafted 1 quarterback, then maybe you could have draft another wide receiver instead. But the fact that you drafted Dak, I think that means that you were smart to draft Trevor Lawrence, because week 1, Dak plays the Eagles on the road, which I don't like as a matchup. And that's something that I try to press with people is, if you're going to just go late round quarterback and just draft 1, you got to make sure that you feel good about starting them in week 1. Because if you don't, then you're going to have to be figuring out a different quarterback approach for week 1. And that's just kind of frustrating sometimes. So I do have some hesitance with Dak for that reason. But you have Lawrence too, and I believe it's the Jaguars are playing the Panthers. So you could even start Lawrence potentially week 1 over Prescott.
Good stuff there. Lots of breakdown. Shout out to you guys that are rocking all the super chats. You want the front of the line, you keep doing it. We got you covered here. And front of the line, baby. And we got another one here. Don't give him the stick. Need to keep 2. How am I reading today? Need to keep 2 in a 12-team half PPR. Chase Brown, McBride, McConkey have gone back and forth with this one. Should we be going back and forth? That's actually a good point. Chase Brown has been skyrocketing up. McConkey, McBride, these are great decisions. What do you think?
I'm going to go with Chase Brown and McBride.
You hate McConkey. Why do you hate McConkey so much this year?
I don't hate McConkey.
You hate him. You're wearing a blue.
McBride. I like McBride. I like Chase Brown. I like McBride. What's wrong with that?
All right.
It's half PPR. Fine. It's not full PPR. So you're not necessarily getting the massive boost for the receptions McConkey's going to put up. And look, I'm part of the McBride's going to catch more touchdowns this year. Like I think that's going to happen. I think that the guy sees too much volume to not have a chance at more touchdowns. So that's what I'll go with.
I'm going to go McConkey and McBride here. I'm a big McConkey stan, but I get it.
Chase Brown?
No, well, I can only keep 2. Yeah, I got to kick it back. If someone's got to go, I can't let go of Ladd McConkey. It's a wide receiver 1 in my eyes. And I get it. If you don't have him like top 14, 15, it's kind of an easier decision, but you're making a decision between, I think, a back end RB1 or back end wide receiver 1. And I want the wide receiver. So I want Ladd and I want McBride.
Okay.
I like Chase Brown.
Fair enough.
But if it's a league where like running backs are going like crazy, then maybe you need to make a little bit of a different decision. So, hopefully we helped you out. Maybe the chat can chime in here. What do you guys think? McBride versus Chase Brown as a keeper. So I would love to know. Let's talk about our friends, though, over at DraftKings. This episode brought to you by DraftKings, as mentioned. Football season is right around the corner, and there's no better way to lock in your fantasy dominance early than with Best Ball on DraftKings, where you can draft once and ride your roster all season long. And right now, DraftKings is giving all customers a can't-miss offer. Draft one, get one. Enter a lineup in the 15 million Best Ball contest for $20, and you'll score another Best Ball ticket to play free for a share of 15 million, giving you a second shot to win big. It's easy. Just draft your dream team once, no weekly management required, and let your top scorers automatically start each week. Across the whole season, every breakout star, every clutch play, every touchdown will count towards your quest for a share of 15 million. Download the DraftKings daily fantasy app now to draft your $20 Best Ball lineup to play for a share of 15 million and get a second ticket to play free for a share of 15 million. That's 2 chances to win big without ever setting your lineup again. Draft one, get one, only on DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Deep breath. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 18 plus is most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. 1 per customer. Enter the Best Ball 15 million headliner contest by 9/4/25 to get 1 bonus entry. $20 entry fee required. Reward expires in 30 days. See terms at DraftKings.com/NFL-best-ball, sponsored by DK. So there we go. I think everyone was saying I didn't need to do the full read, but no one got me the information quick enough, so I did the whole thing. We're doing it live, baby. We need everybody to have the stuff. Right, Erickson? Now your turn. Now you do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
No, I did a disclaimer. You sure? You did? All right,
no,
my boys.
Not happening.
That's my boys on DraftKings, but everybody got the information. All right. I have CMC and Brian Robinson in a fantasy league. In the arms of the angel. My team is in the middle of the pack. Is now the time to sell? What is the asking price for both? So the assumption here is this was who he was riding with, and now one of them is completely eaten up. So I'm not sure if that's enough to call it in, but we don't know what the rest of your roster looks like. But like, let's just maybe turn this in. If you have like a really easy answer for this, knock it out. But Brian Robinson, this is maybe one of the worst case scenarios of his value that we kind of laid out as far as what he could do for this year. But obviously he could become like RB 5 if Christian McCaffrey were to be injured. So he's become probably now maybe the number one handcuff. What do you think about Brian Robinson's value? And do you think, if you've only got Christian McCaffrey and that's it as far as RB value, that maybe you want to take advantage and try to sell for the future by getting out of CMC?
Well, is this person concerned that Brian Robinson Jr. is like affecting CMC? Like, that's how I kind of read this question.
Could be. It could be all the above.
I don't see it that way. Does this affect your opinion on McCaffrey? Is it just another backup running back? Like,
doesn't change 1 ounce of what I feel about McCaffrey, but obviously, like, it destroys Garendo. The whole Jordan James is so good. Like, that's gone for this season at least. Brian Robinson is like the biggest handcuff, but I think his value is decimated. McCaffrey, he's just going to eat.
Yeah, I don't really know if this like changes. You can't I think if you have Brian Robinson and you have CMC, like that would just keep them, right? And you have the most value with that. So I guess you could. I'm not sure if this person's asking if they could trade them away as like a package.
I think they're thinking their team is done because they have McCaffrey and Brian Robinson, and Brian Robinson will eat McCaffrey, and Brian Robinson has no value anymore. And they just kind of say, is now the time to sell? That's what he's saying. Like, what should be the asking like for both? Yeah, like, hey, listen, this is middle of the pack. My team sucks. I just lost my RB2. Like, this stinks. I'll tell you, it's not a bad time if you want to sell a McCaffrey.
Yeah, I guess
sky's the limit right now.
Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. Maybe, sell for future first or some wide receivers, younger receivers. That's probably what I would do. Then,
would you be okay? I'm way more of a pain in the ass when it comes to dynasty trades and stuff like that. Everybody's like, oh yeah, you could sell for picks. There's no chance I'm selling Christian McCaffrey just to get like a pick or two. Like, you're going to give me I want young players. I'm going to want value. I actually would probably be like, you're going to have to give me 2 players and a pick. And now maybe it's not like, maybe I'm not getting like the Ladd McConkey type players, but I'm looking for like high value upside. I'm just uncomfortable taking like, oh, I'll give you a first and like a future second. And it's like, there's no chance. Like, Christian McCaffrey's value is back to being like 1-1. I think you have to be stubborn in the trade, and you've got to get, like, I want a running back, I want a wide receiver, and I want a pick. Otherwise, I'm not doing it.
Do you wait until after week 1?
Maybe
let him just risk it.
Let him crush. Absolutely, I risk it. Let him crush.
But if he doesn't make it through
35, he's gonna make it. Stop it. 35 fantasy points, 2 touchdowns. People are like, oh my God, McCaffrey, and then it's like, yes, you're gonna give me. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it looks like. It's like, give me, a Dunze, give me a young running back, and then give me a first. Like, it should be a trade where you're just uncomfortable.
Trade McCaffrey for a future first and whichever rookie running back doesn't do well in week 1.
Oh, you're so like RJ Harvey in a future first. That's still not enough. That's not enough. Not remotely close enough.
Okay,
you would do that?
I don't know how. Are people really going to pay like a lot for CMC in Dynasty when he's like 29 years old and has his injury track record?
If they're a winning team, they should.
I don't know. I'm a little sus about.
I mean, you're acting like he's not Todd Gurley. I mean, he's not like he's going to retire next year.
I mean, he's missed like 6 games every single year for like the past like 5 seasons.
He's also like the 7th pick in draft, and people are like, "Let's read."
Well, yeah, but that's
new article. Christian McCaffrey could be 1-1.
He's not the 7th pick in Dynasty startups.
Agreed. But he's probably a 2nd rounder in Dynasty startups.
Fair.
Okay, so like a 2nd rounder who could be the one. Like, I just think there's a lot of value there. How about this? Jordan Mason. I was about to say Ricky Barrows, all these stupid Niners. Jordan Mason. I feel like Rome Odunze is too low. I feel like I'm selling this low. I'm trying to find a better wide receiver.
What about this? Would you trade Christian McCaffrey? So if you're trying to sell, you trade Christian McCaffrey for Rashee Rice.
That's it?
And a first. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, Rashee Rice is a young player, and this might be a wash season for him. But next year, like, suspension's gone, injury's gone. Like, it could be wheels up for Rice.
We wanted to stop being wheels up for Rice. I think his favorite thing to do, McCaffrey's favorite thing is to get hurt. Rice's favorite thing is to get suspended.
Just trade McCaffrey for all the guys who are going to get suspended this year.
Jordan Addison.
Guys that are not going to help you now, but will help you in the future once they get their once they,
I'm sure,
serve their legal duties.
Yeah. What's more likely? Rashee Rice gets suspended again or Christian McCaffrey gets hurt again? They're close enough is like my main point here. All right, enough of that. That's fun. This is Grand Lakes again, rocking with the super chat. Tillman and Pop Douglas are on the waiver about my earlier question. Swap out Dobbins or Bigsby for one of them. Absolutely. I'll cut Dobbins immediately for Tillman in that scenario to me.
I'm keeping the running backs on my roster.
He had like 7 of them. I'm not going to get rid of Bigsby, but Dobbins was his like 5th or 6th running back. And remember he had the 4 wide receivers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it'd probably be Tillman for me.
Okay. Seth just said McCaffrey is 53rd in the Dynasty ECR. Shut up,
yeah.
Seth. Shut up, Seth.
That's way out of round 2.
Get out of here. No one wanted your super useful help, Seth. Stop it. I'm just kidding. Grand Lakes is rock. We are doing the Grand Lakes show, and that's okay. He's rocking it. Thoughts on? Oh, that was
we did that.
That was an old one. Sorry,
yeah,
I already did.
That was just the roster.
My bad. Jesus, do I keep Bill Krosky or draft Chris Rodriguez? What do you keep? Well, I would keep I would keep Bill Krosky Merritt versus wanting to draft. I would do both. You could do both in this scenario.
Yeah, you could do both. I'm if you had to make me pick one guy, I would rather pick Krosky Merritt. And I kind of have, Chris Rodriguez started the first preseason game or the second preseason game, but Krosky Merritt started the first one over Chris Rodriguez. So I don't think that it's necessarily, I think Rodriguez is an interesting, final round dart throw to kind of see how things shake out. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw him maybe start week 1 against the Giants, but that Giants defensive line is really good. So we get to see him start, not play well, and then it's just like a Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt just riding into the sunset the rest of the season. Because I believe in week 2, the Commanders have a really easy matchup, or at least on paper, it's an easy matchup. Let me look it up while you go to the next question.
Okay, yeah, we're going to go. It's another Dynasty question. I'm going to do this before the Dynasty question real quick in the chat, and we will highlight you. What do you think in Dynasty is a good Christian McCaffrey trade? You could just say picks. You could say one player. You could say one player that's arrested, whatever you want, like Erickson, however you want to build it. What is the proper trade away Christian McCaffrey trade? I want to see some versions of them. And then we'll highlight
I know what the trade is. I know what it is.
Oh, you're okay. We're going back to that. What?
It's Breece Hall. Straight up.
Straight up. Okay. I might do. Well, and see,
you were terrified of Breece Hall. Terrified, but he's still super young and he could be on a new team. Genty.
That would be one where that would that would be awesome. I think the Breece one, you could get a pick if you traded McCaffrey. I think you could get because people are terrified.
Dude, you're way overvaluing McCaffrey, dude.
I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about?
You're acting like he's 25 years old.
If he goes out and drops like a 35-point week 1, you don't think you can get Breece Hall after he has 17 touches total? Braylon Allen vultures him on a touchdown. You can't give me a second and Breece Hall for my McCaffrey?
It's a second now, not a first.
Yeah, I just said a pick. I didn't say first.
Oh my! I'll just throw McCaffrey in a 6th-round rookie pick. That'll get it done.
Yeah, we're gonna have to meet in the middle. We don't have a deal here, but yeah, keep dropping your suggestions in there. What were you just looking up? You were looking up the schedule thing.
No, they play the Packers in week 2, which is a good matchup. A better matchup, I think, for the Commanders versus the Giants. The Giants are going to be tough out this year, I think. I know that we look at them and their defense and how bad they were last year, but that defensive line is no joke. So I think they are going to be annoying to face for fantasy, I think, for some running backs. So we'll see how it shakes out with the Commanders in week 1.
Let's see. MD says 2027 first for CMC. Nope.
What? You don't want 2 firsts? Oh, my God.
2027, 2 years from now?
Well, it's just like, I want
out of here.
Travion Henderson.
No, I know. I'm not getting
picks.
I'm being more.
And Malik Neighbors.
I'm not getting any of that stuff. I'm not getting. I haven't mentioned one of those players, but I'm not thinking 2
what
picks
about,
2 years from now.
So what about Rice, McCaffrey? Addison, and Quinshon Judkins?
Oh, that's what I want. James said, I have to see him survive the first game to get Welsh's value. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Don't trade him right now. So,
yes, all right, I agree. You should wait until after week 1 to sell him, but you have to make the commitment right now because
that you're gonna sell him.
Do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for you to mentally just like I have to trade this guy, but like you have to commit to it right now before you see week 1, or else you're not gonna do it because you're gonna be like he's back, and then week 2 is gonna come around and yeah, no I know
I'm doing it. I'm like now we are talking Marion Hampton. Let's see. Give me 2 of those first if you know the league will survive. Give me anything and I'll sell him a loyal. Shut up, Rams fan. I love you, Aaron, but be quiet. You guys are killing me. All right, RJ. I lovingly say shut up, by the way. RJ Harvey Brees in Dynasty. That's what brought up the Brees thing, by the way.
Brees. Easy.
Okay, are you not as worried about Brees as everybody else is? I'm game for this. I'm cool for this. There's some panic Brees in the streets. I feel like your vibe is you don't have as much Brees Hall worries.
It's really just less about the situation, about just looking at the player. I mean, he may beat the Houston Texans running back 1 next year. And then are we worried about Brees Hall anymore?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I'm with you on this.
Like I'm looking strictly at the talent. So yeah, maybe the first month of this season sucks for him, and it's just like annoying, and the Jets are not a good team. But he has the skill set to be the number 1 overall running back. The situation right now probably doesn't present itself in that fashion, but hey, McCaffrey was stuck on the Carolina Panthers for a long time, and then he wasn't. And then he went to a new team. And then
you traded him for 2 first-rounders for like 7 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that Brees Hall right now, again, like I understand like the shakiness with redraft, and I've seen him now fall into like round 4. And it's like, I totally get the concerns, and I find myself, I'm not always clicking the button on him either. But at the same time, you want to bet on guys that are explosive, that catch passes. Like more often than not, it usually works out for those guys. Maybe it's not week 1 or week 2, but in the end, it usually works out for them. So especially in the dynasty context, that's why I actually like Brees Hall more. Like in dynasty, that's where I want to target him, less so in redraft, because this year could be kind of frustrating. But he's still, I think he's younger. I got to look this up. I'm pretty sure he's younger than RJ Harvey.
I think so. By the way, Armin says all this Brees trade talk is building, but his role in ceiling is diminished no matter what. A trade only helps his value right now. So I think it's super interesting. I'd also point out in the Harvey side of this, not that this necessarily matters, but like if you were to make a bet on, but you have to think about the true scope of value. If you go Hampton, we'll throw Gent in there. Genty, Hampton, Henderson, Harvey, and I'll even throw in Caleb Johnson for a minute, but you have to think about Caleb Johnson's value. If you had to take a prediction, put money on it, that which running back is going to have people panicking after week 1, my money would be on RJ Harvey. I don't think Caleb's juice is high enough. I think the other guys are a little too big. Maybe Henderson could be a possibility if they go with a lot of Ramondre and everybody's just like, oh, but like if you had to pick one of those rookie running backs after the first week of the season to maybe not get the usage that people want and they start panic selling, I think RJ Harvey is one of those guys. So I'm only using that as kind of a like, listen, everybody is very down on Brees. Everybody is, pumping, Debro's pumping up RJ Harvey, but like there are paths where, the situation for Harvey might not be great, might not be all season, but very early on as well.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that, RJ Harvey. I think, Caleb's in a state where I think the expectation's already kind of low for week 1. Like, we're not expecting a lot from him. So that would make a lot of sense. And I just think too, just again, looking ahead for game script potentially for week 1, the Broncos are playing the Titans at home as heavy home favorites, where they might just totally demolish the Tennessee Titans and may not necessarily have to do a ton. Like Calvin Ridley, great value this year in drafts. He's probably going to be terrible in week 1. And he's going to be the number 1 buy low after week 1, Calvin Ridley. So.
Maybe that's a pretty good one.
To confirm, RJ Harvey is older than Brees Hall.
Oh, okay. Really?
They're the same. They're both 24, but he is technically older.
All right.
And he's a rookie.
Good stuff.
And Brees Hall is entering the final year of his rookie contract.
I think we're pretty good. If you guys have super chats, we can guarantee them through the show. We don't have any in the queue, so we got tons of questions, but we don't have any in the queue. So pretty good to guarantee if you drop your super chats through the rest. We got another 25 minutes here on the live stream. We'll hook you up. But we're also going to hook you up with some giveaway chances. How would you like a chance to win a signed AJ Brown Eagles Salute to Service helmet for free, courtesy of our friends at pristineauction.com? All you got to do is subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel right now, which I would imagine most of you hanging are. And then you got to drop a comment on any video, like let's say this one with a question. You're automatically entered. Like you guys, it can't be any easier. So do it today. Subscribe, comment, and then turn on some notifications so you know when we got new videos that are up. Actually, I believe one just dropped we had the mock draft one. I think me and Sealy got some on there. So go and check that out. And those notifications will help you to claim your prize. That incredible looking helmet, AJ Brown signed helmet could be yours, courtesy of pristineauction.com. I love that thing. That thing is sick. Don't want him on my fantasy team as much, but I want that helmet in my office. You want a lot of AJ Browns?
I like AJ Brown. Fade,
Can we do?
You haven't seen my shirt? Fade alphas at your own risk.
Ooh, I feel like we could do my light up there. We could do an AJ Brown, Lad McConkey bet, you and me this season, because you hate Lad and
I don't hate Lad. Lad is literally mine. He's literally wide receiver 11 for me. Why do I hate him?
Is AJ 10?
Yes.
Okay.
So I hate him then.
You hate him. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying I have Lad at 10. So like by virtue of numbers, like that is actual hate. So just letting you know. Just letting you know that that's science. No big deal. Jay, in PPR, who do you like better, Nico Collins or Drake London? I mean, this is Drake for Erickson, right?
No, it's Nico.
You like Nico over him?
I got both his top 5 wide receivers. So I like them both. And you can draft both of them in certain situations. If you're picking at the end of round 1, you can draft Nico first and then London round 2. So
we'll wrap it up. We're together. We're both Nico. I thought you were going to be in London, so apologies for speaking to you. I was thinking Debro here. All this RJ Harvey talk had Debro in my head. So what am I thinking here? Kyle says, I only have enough roster spots for 1 elite quarterback and 2 tight ends, or an elite tight end and 2 quarterbacks. Which way would you go, and who would you take in that spot? 10 team, half PPR, no super flex. I lean quarterback. To me, I would love to have Lamar Jackson, and I have no problem doing the dual tight ends. My choice would be, I'll give you my scenario. Lamar Jackson, and then Tucker Kraft and Tyler Warren. That's what I'm trying to put together later. Mm-hmm. The inverse would be give me George Kittle, McBride, Bowers, and then my quarterbacks of choice would probably be like Justin Fields and Dak Prescott. So those are my personal pairings. Which one do I prefer? I think I might prefer, if you gave me Bowers with those quarterbacks, I'd probably pick the elite tight end there, but I think those, I mean, they're both really great. What do you think? What do you think about my little groupings, and which one would you pick?
Yeah, no, I like the way that you kind of like visualized it out, where you're looking at, okay, this is what the quarterback's going to look like. This is what the tight end's going to look like. It's both interesting strategy. I think the safe route, like, is probably going the elite quarterback. I understand we like the elite tight ends between McBride and Bowers and Kittle, but just historically speaking, like, elite tight ends bust a lot, whereas elite quarterbacks, there's a reason why it's the same guys every single year at the top, because they just do the exact same thing every single year. So you're locking and loading with those points. And what do we see every single year from tight end? Yes, as great as it was to pick Trey McBride last year as one of the few elite tight ends that actually hit, he wasn't the best tight end you could have drafted. Bowers was probably a better pick relative to cost, as was Jonnu Smith, better relative to cost. So I think that the quarterback tight end, doubling down at tight end would be my route.
Austin Eckler updated ranking. Did he move? What is everyone's opinion here? I had already moved him pre-draft just because pre-trade, because I had assumed Brian Robinson was absolutely being kicked out. He's in the mid 30s for me. I want to say, because I think a lot of people had him in like the 40s, and I think it might have been Sealy, or I don't remember who, was just not really into it. I think Eckler is right on the fringe of like 36, so like RB3, or he's a really good flex because he's going to have that receiving side, but also acknowledging that, like, we put a lot of stock into, like, Chris Rodriguez is going to do this and Bill Krosky and everything, but also Debo is going to like muddy the waters here. It just feels like what Eckler's role is set. And I think it's right in that like mid 30-ish range, especially in a full PPR. Half PPR, I probably bump him down to like late 30s. What do you think?
That's where I have him ranked. I have him right inside I think he's right on the fringe of like top 36. So he's definitely gone from, I'm not drafting this guy, to, Eckler should be drafted in basically every single format, just to kind of see how this thing shakes out. And we'll get answers as week 1 comes, but I would assume that Eckler's just going to be, like you said, third downs, catching passes out of the backfield, which could be pretty fruitful just given the state of the Commanders' receivers, where Terry is he going to be like ready for week 1? Like, we don't really know. Like, he's just getting such bad vibes from Terry McLaurin. And honestly, the Commanders in general, just like the way they've kind of handled a lot of this offseason, has been kind of odd. that they're so excited about their second-year quarterback, and what have they done? They got they haven't had they got rid of Brian Robinson, who, I mean, maybe the team didn't like him or not, but then Terry, their best player, they did not extend him, or at least to my knowledge, they have not extended him yet or given him a new contract. So I don't know. All I'm saying is, watch out for the Giants week 1 against the Commanders. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, you're very pro Giant here. Didn't realize. Which, by the way, is it?
Terrell's been in my ear.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, what's the thing that's pushing you up so much? What's happened? I've been doing some shows with Terrell. All right. Before we get to more, we're going to start getting into some lightning round for everybody. We want to remind you guys again that this stream is brought to you by our friends over at DraftKings. And as said before, we don't have to use the disclaimer, but we do want to tell you that football season is right around the corner, and you guys have got to lock in for some fantasy dominance with Best Ball on DraftKings, where you draft once and you ride your roster all season long. DraftKings is giving all customers a can't-miss offer. Draft one, get one, enter a lineup in the $15 million Best Ball contest for just $20. And you're going to score another Best Ball ticket to play free for a share of $15 million. That is 2 shots at winning it big. Put those lineups together, whether you want to play rookie upside, get your breakout wide receivers, you want to go heavy quarterbacks, all the Best Ball strategies, which, by the way, we can help you on our live Twitch streams, Erickson and Tom Strachan doing Best Balls to help you create the best lineups possible. And all you got to do is download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app now at Draft, and to draft your $20 Best Ball lineup to play for a share of $15 million. And you get that second ticket to play free for a share of $15 million. 2 chances to win big with every lineup set. Go and do it today. Draft one, get one, only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right. Lightning round we're going to potentially do. So quicker answers so we can get to more questions. Joseph, hey, gents, love all the content. Cheers from Saskatchewan. Anywho, full PPR, Sutton or Moore, assuming DJ Moore, and then Connor or Walker. Thanks, fellas. Moore and Walker.
I like Kenneth Walker, and then it's probably DJ Moore. He's going to get so many schemed touches. So in full PPR, I'll go with Moore.
Yeah, I feel like it's funny, though. Those are 2 guys that have like a little bit of negative juice, not to like go on a tangent because we want to answer questions, but like there's a little bit of the Ken Walker and the health and Charbonnet, and then the DJ Moore and how is he fitting in the offense and the Dunze. But those are just the guys. That is 100% what we're doing. Jerry says, when is everybody drafting Kroski Merritt? I feel like Kroski had moved into the 8-ish rounds. We have got real-time ADP now available on Fantasy Pros, which is the coolest thing ever, but you're still seeing adjustments. People don't quite know where to go. And I actually think it is so crazily invaluable that you guys can go and check this out, that because of where sites have him ranked, I don't think you're seeing the true nature of it, which still represents itself in real-time ADP. So you've got site ADP and real-time ADP, awesome, because it is showing you the players that are moving up. But even then, you're still going to have people that are going to fly guys up the board. I think when you are in the mid-30, early 30 range of running backs off the board, that's going to be Bill Kroski Merritt time. Whether that's right or wrong, I think that's the general space where people are going to start queuing him up. So whatever that is, I've noticed, I feel like it's 8th or 9th round is where he starts to queue. What do you think about it? We've obviously, you and I have been staring at the real-time ADP on Fantasy Pros, and we see him moving up, but I still don't think that has even fully caught up because of the site's ADP affecting him and dragging him down.
Yeah, I think that round 8 is probably the appropriate range to kind of bring him up the ADP, where if the ADP is lagging on the site that you're drafting, you can kind of bring him up to that range. I know that in Flex that we had, Jake Seeley drafted him 85th overall. So it was the 7th round, but it's a 14-teamer, so it's not 7th in most leagues. But round 8, that's where I took him in the mock draft that we did, I believe, on Monday or Tuesday during Fantasy Fest. So I think that's the sweet spot. Because I think that anything above that, I think maybe you're going a little too aggressive. Like I'm drawing the line at Jordan Mason. I'm not taking him over Jordan Mason. Like that's the line I'm drawing in the sand, where it's like, no. Like, so basically outside the top 30 running backs, like that's where he is for me, like right on that fringe. But once the top 30 are off the board, I think that, and you need a running back, I think that he's firmly in play. So again, we say round 8, but it can depend on, the quarterbacks, the tight ends, things can vary. But I think that's an appropriate range where you're trying to capture the upside that Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt or Bill Krosky-Merritt is, without also feeling like an idiot. Like, you took this guy in round 4. Like, what are you doing? Because like, I know we're gonna see that too, right? We're just gonna see people just like go crazy, just like, whatever. Not like taking Drake May first overall, but we're taking Saquon third overall or crazy stuff like that. But yeah.
If you guys want to check it out, you can go fantasypros.com/real ADP. That's a short link for you, and it'll take you over to it. I'm looking at it right now, and he's like, over the last 7 days, there's no player that has more of an upward trajectory. Positionally, he's already moved up, it looks like, to like 41 on Yahoo, and I still think that's kind of laying it low. Sleeper's got a little bit more catch up to do, but in the last 7 days, he's moved up like 30 spots, and if you can take advantage of that, that's great if you can get him at a better value. But I think, again, like the 30s is generally where you're going to go, though there's some people that are very concerned that Chris Rodriguez is going to take away from it. All right, that was not me being lightning round. I got a 10-man half PPR draft Sunday at 8th pick, 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, tight end, 2 flex. How should I play my first couple rounds? Best player available.
Well, I think he wants a little more than that.
But what else can we do? 8th pick.
Wide receiver start, I think, is really strong there, especially because now, like, the Achane thing is very frustrating because you're trying to. So, like, there's so many good picks in round 2 where do you want to be a hero and take Achane and just like hope that his calf is hope that his calf is okay. So you're doing the Christian McCaffrey Achane double RB starts.
No, except yes, I did do that in Guillotine. Our Fantasy Pros Guillotine.
Oh my god, you did a Guillotine?
That was literally my start.
God. You're asking.
I know. It was literally my start.
Week 1, you're gonna start Ollie Gordon and lose.
Actually, I have Krosky-Merritt and I have Jordan Mason in that one, so I'll be okay. But no, you're right. It's either in a 10 team, it's 2 wide receivers, get some version of Puka, Malik, Drake London, Nico, and whom I forget, Brian Thomas, and then you get 2 of those guys. I also like, because I'm a Christian McCaffrey guy, I like getting McCaffrey and then one of those wide receivers. Something like that. And if you miss on McCaffrey, maybe I've seen Genty fall. I think you could do that. So it's one of ththose, but it's best available. So I wouldn't get too hung up, because if I'm like, oh, take Christian McCaffrey and then Malik Neighbors falls, cut that. You take Neighbors. You're taking the best available players. But I think the RB wide receiver or 2 wide receivers the way to go. I personally, even me, would not suggest the 2 running backs.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would not do the 2 running backs. And for me, it's probably just the only guy that's probably going to be available at 108, or even maybe in the second round, is probably Genty, unless you want to take Achane over Genty, which I do not.
I am not, but you apparently are goated. So I just want you to know that I was not labeled goated, but I think you are goated. So
what exactly does that even mean?
So you're goated, dude. What do you mean?
Like,
give me a goat sound. Come on.
I'm just going to do like a bah, but that's like a sheep.
No, that's fine. Ah!
Isn't that a sheep?
Ah! Goat.
Ah!
All right. Yeah, you goated. Officially goated. Second round, officially goated now with that sound. JT or AJ Brown?
Oh, man. I always flip-flop on these 2 guys. Welsh is goat.
Nah.
Well, you hate AJ Brown, but you hate him more than Jonathan Taylor?
No, I hate Jonathan Taylor more. So AJ Brown.
Yeah, it's probably AJ Brown for me as well.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we have the official definition. Goated is another way of saying someone's a goat, which means greatest of all time.
Yes.
If you needed
okay,
the
that's what I was
Urban
hoping
Dictionary.
for, but I wasn't. I wanted to make sure I wasn't being trolled, because that's happened before too.
Let me ask you. What did you think the negative of that? What was the troll version in your brain when you were like, that doesn't mean that I'm amazing? What was the negative thing that you thought goated could mean?
Well, I don't know. Didn't goat used to mean like bad? Remember, like, oh, like that was the goat of the game.
Maybe in the Salem witch trials or something. But
I know, but like that was definitely a thing. And then Tom Brady like stepped in and was like, greatest of all time, and now it's all good stuff.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm just Cubs curse. That would be another one. I was just curious, like in your brain, we were like,
Billy Goat. Yes.
Am I goated? Too. Did you feel sacrificial? Maybe you thought you were going to be the sacrificial lamb, but you're not.
We're talking about lambs or goats? Sheep?
All Matt. McLaurin or Egbuka right now, feeling that Terry is falling too much.
Dude, I don't know if Terry. I just think that this is not a good year for Terry. Like, I get like where he's going, I get his ADP. It's like kind of close to where I'm ranking him, and it's like I have to rank him somewhere, but the vibes are just so bad with
So
McLaurin. He
bad.
checks off like every single box of a bust receiver. like doesn't have a high target share, touchdown regression, has missed all of training camp. Like it's like X X X X X. And even though he has fallen like substantially, I think when we look up at the end of the year, if you draft Terry McLaurin, I just don't think you're going to be happy. So I would.
I think Igbuka's just going like through the roof. I'm just kind of a pass. Like Emeka is the guy I want. So, by the way, zip it, Jacob. Zip it. We're talking football. That's not a very goated comment here. Second pick, CD or Bijan?
Bijan.
Absolutely Bijan. Should I trade away Justin Jefferson and Jacobs to get Gibbs and Tedero McMillan?
I don't think so.
Gibbs is pretty nice though.
So Jefferson. And Jacobs is nice. Jacobs is like so locked and loaded, man.
Yeah, I guess not. It's a good question, Dusty. It's a really good question. Would you trade Achane and a 2026 first round pick for a Marion Hampton in half PPR dynasty?
Oh,
no, I wouldn't. That's me though. I'm a pain.
Well, would you trade that for Christian McCaffrey? Probably, right?
I would trade McCaffrey to get Achane in a first. Absolutely.
Oh, so that's what you're expecting to get back from McCaffrey.
No,
so you're saying that McCaffrey and Marion Hampton have equal value.
Nope, just saying I would do it. I think okay. Would you trade Achane and a first round pick to get Hampton?
Well, Hampton was like the 102.
So yeah, in a rookie draft. Okay.
I think I think it's probably just a little too much for me.
Yeah, it's the first round pick too. Like if you wanted to say, hey, I'm going to trade Achane to get Hampton, like okay, that's fine. I
feel like Achane in a second would probably be enough, honestly. I guess like again, it's the vibes.
Are you down on Achane? Yeah. What's the vibes with you with Achane?
Well, it's the calf. I mean, that's the big thing for me.
That's why the rest of his career.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, I think that I'm definitely being too short-sighted with what I was kind of thinking initially, which is why I didn't say I would do it.
Okay. No, we were talking through it.
But goats,
goats, lambs, and calves. Man,
I'm just like with the top two rounds, I'm just trying to look at every single guy and be like, hey, like how does this guy kill me? It's just like H and his calf. Like this is how he just destroys me.
Oh man, I love everybody in this chat. We're having fun. Did you see that one? Or like, how did we get back to McCaffrey? It's always back to McCaffrey now. Brian Robinson's in town, and we're talking trades. We're having Seth. All roads lead back to CMC here. I don't want to ruin it. All right, who's your favorite RB and wide receiver to be the last spot on your bench?
Was your Corey Krosky Merritt no longer the case for him? Wide receiver probably either Marvin Mims or Joshua Palmer. So I think we could see big weeks from them in week one and kind of figure out what to do with them. Running back now, it's probably still like Kyle Monunga. He's another 7th rounder that hasn't had the Corey Krosky Merritt steam, but I'm not a believer in DeAndre Swift like being the guy in Chicago for a long time. So I'm kind of interested in Roshan Johnson's also like hurt. And then Bashal Tootin. I still really like him.
Tootin's a good one. Yeah, I mean, league formats are kind of tough because sometimes you can get some like really, really good deals. DJ Giddens is one I think I've been taking a lot at the end of drafts, so I like DJ Giddens. Good question. All right, we are lightning round only final couple minutes here. I want to remind everybody too that don't go anywhere, especially if we haven't gotten to your question. Well, you actually are going to go somewhere, but we got more stuff for you. We got a live Twitch coming up in about 5 minutes. You don't have to listen to goats or lambs anymore. You'll just get D-Bros. You'll get the King of Bros. You can see the schedule up there. We'll do it one more time. We can bring the graphic back up there, but in about 5 minutes, we got more questions to be answered. So super lightning round. Go. Chase Brown at the 2-2 in a 12 team.
Yes.
Agreed. Pat Bryant or Troy Franklin after the Vele trade? Bryant.
Troy Franklin.
Really? Jacobs or Taylor for PPR? Jacobs. Taylor.
No, it's Taylor for me.
Pass.
Just barely. It's close though.
Drop Nick Chubb for Thielen. No.
Joe Mixon's not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, Chubb's gonna be playing. Tyler Warren, Evan Ingram, David Njoku. You got to drop one in full PPR. Bye, Njoku. See you.
Yeah, I guess it's a joke. Even though it's going to be a top 5 tight end in week one.
See ya. Is taking Chase Brown over Henry Achan or Genty crazy?
You can't take him over. Yeah, it's too aggressive.
Yeah, I don't want to be mean. Like, it's not like it's crazy, but we're not doing it. So
I don't think you need to do that. Those guys are all really good. Yeah.
Is Ollie Gordon Miami's Braylon Allen?
Maybe. I mean, everyone else is hurt, so yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
It's possible.
Hurts or Daniels? Daniels.
Yeah, I'll say Daniels. Although I don't know. This Terry thing again. Not having Terry out there does not help Jane Daniels.
Should I trade Bill Krosky in a dynasty rebuild where my other running backs are Connor and Tracy? If someone wants to give you a decent amount, but I think that's kind of a broad question.
I think I would probably trade Tracy because like right now, like he's at like a really good peak where it's like Scatabo has been like a non-factor, but that's because he's been hurt. So I think you can get a decent amount for Tracy, and then hope that Krosky Merritt is this year's Tyrone Tracy.
Should I trade Worthy for Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle?
In Dynasty, or is it redraft? If it's redraft for Waddle, yes.
If it's Dynasty,
no. I'm going to keep Worthy.
Okay, it's a good way to put it. All right, we'll get a couple more. Harvey or Caleb Johnson? D-Bro's in the chat, guys. So just want to point out, I think D-Bro's about to do the live stream, but D-Bro is in the chat if you guys are going to be doing that. Have to drop one full PPR. Krosky, Blue, Scattaboo, Coleman, Pearsall's not in that discussion.
You're not dropping Pearsall.
You're dropping Blue.
Yeah, probably Blue.
You're not our boy Blue. Sorry, right?
It's either Blue or Scattaboo.
I mean, do you like the upside of Scattaboo over?
Well, I'm thinking because people are going to churn their rosters after week 1. So like, that's kind of what I'm trying to think about. Like who could do more in week 1? Scattaboo, who's basically missed all of training camp with an injury, or Jaden Blue, who could score an 80-yard touchdown because he only needs to touch the ball like 3 times. Like that's how I'm just trying to like mentally make these decisions after you've already drafted your team. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Last one. Who would you pick to draft in your last flex spot? Diggs, Adunze, Jacoby Myers, or Pearsall? Pearsall. Oh, we are team Pearsall.
You like Pearsall more or Ibuka?
Pearsall. Not by a lot, though. I got them very close.
No, I have. So would you rank it Pearsall, Ibuka, Odunze?
Ooh, I have Adunze right in front as well. I think I have him right as front. Though that's a tough grouping.
No, those guys I have back to back, and I was like trying to rank them earlier today. I'm like,
I think I might literally have them all back to back as well.
I think they're like that in ADP ECR. I was like all over the place.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm like all first round picks, but one of them didn't play at all, or 2 of them basically didn't play, and one of them was played in a terrible offense. It's like,
yeah. All right, friends, the chatting and your questions don't have to end. We are jumping out of YouTube, but you can go over to Twitch right now. We got the boys that are going to hang it on Twitch. You can see the schedule right there. Mondays, we got the best ball stream, 4 p.m. Eastern. We got Erickson and Strachan. Boggs and I are going to be dropping speed mock drafts. We're going to do the speed rounds this Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, you got Debro and Seth Wilcock at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then 5 p.m. Eastern. Thursdays and Fridays, we've been rocking these. So we want you guys to go over there. Don't miss any of the action. Who do we have over there today? I think it is I don't even remember who it is. I think it's Boggs. No, I think Boggs is planned for it. It's Boggs and Seth and Debro, and I don't know. Guess what? Go find out for yourself. Go over to twitch.tv/fantasypros. Don't trust us. Get more questions answered. They're rocking a full hour. Make sure you follow there so you check out all the awesome stuff we do. You get another full hour of questions. So go and find out who it is and talk about goats, or don't talk about, you don't like your goat talk, go over to Twitch then. And yeah. On that note, that is perfect. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure you guys are
broken back.
Make sure you guys are subscribed on the YouTube. We got a bunch of great videos that just came out. Plus we got a bunch of other great ones that are rocking from the fest. That is it. That's Erickson. Thank you to Seth. I'm Welsh. We're out of here. Go get your questions over on Twitch. Bye.
Answering Brad's question. Cardinals defense. Best defense you can draft.
Ugh.
Bang. Saint, dude, they're playing Tyler Shuck week 1. Easy money.
That is actually easy money.